That's actually broken.
Alrighty.
And we live back in full effect once again. Welcome back to another episode of the APF podcast, episode 71. It is I, the most phenomenal man that has shocked the system once again, aka the coach.
And that's your boy going forward. Hope you guys enjoying your weekend.
And now we got some NBA 2K my 20 over my team. We got something new.
Yeah, I'm putting up here. Okay, so the first thing they talk about is my team across generations, and basically all that means is if you get NBA 2K21 and do my team when it launches on PS4 or Xbox One, your entire whatever you do there, when you buy PS5, they said your entire collection and progress will carry over, which we all know means you have access to all pulled cards, earned cards, evolution progress on any cards, and progress in all the modes and all your VC. So now they said this only works across matching generations on the same account. So obviously PS4 to PS5 works, Xbox One to Xbox Series X, PS5 to PS4, and Xbox Series X to Xbox One. So it goes back and forth. Um, and so that's one thing that they have there. So that's good. And I guess another thing we talked about is that they will have seasonal seasons and seasonal content,
Yeah.
um, which is interesting. Now they do. The good thing is seasons are free for everyone, so there will be no pain that way, which I think makes sense for them to do that because you already paid for so much already with VC. Um, Now they did say there's two key things to the My Team design this year, which is new pricing updates across most modes, and they will be adding something new to the mode every season. Um, an example they give is some seasons will add new content for you to play, like Spotlight Sims, while some other seasons may add just new features to the game or put in a reward twist that you will be chasing the entire season. In the end, they just want to make the main point of the each past season to be fresh, and they want people to be excited and have a buzz about my team all year round. They Another thing they said here was that each season will be about 6 weeks in length, um, and they think this is the perfect time to allow people to make progress toward the season rewards in those favorite modes without it becoming a little too long. During those seasons, you'll be competing a daily, weekly, seasonal based agenda. Obviously, if you complete them, get XP to raise season level. Every time you level up, reward, yada yada yada. And what if you reach the final level, you get the grand prize. An example, the first season one prize will actually be Pink Diamond Steph Curry, which will be a very helpful card early in the 2K21 My Team season. So, and they show a picture here. Basically,
Oh yeah,
this
it's
is
like
prob
it's like if you get 150 XP, then
yeah,
you get there. That's so
yeah.
okay. So,
So
so they're basically doing it by yeah. Okay, I see what they mean. They're doing it by
yeah, and
XP.
also I think they're bringing back badges. Remember how you used to be able to buy badges and all that?
Yeah.
They are bringing that back from what I see in the picture on the actual 2K21 official website. They're bringing that back. I was always interested in why they really removed it. So obviously they think that they'll be able to deal with people being able to put certain badges on players. So if you really like a player and he can't play defense, you can put a clamps badge on him or whatever they're going to call it. So
So it basically means that we get to control how good they really are.
yeah, and so um, another thing they talked about is um,
The
they're gonna
triple threat.
so yeah, so they talk about here about more detail about the pricing. You're right. They talk about triple threat. They say new vault prizes updated every season. Triple threat. If you're a triple threat player,
But
that's
but I
gotta
do
be
want to say this. I do want to say this is the Galaxy Opal at the end. was obviously, as they say, is outclassed because now the ones we have before now are better than what you would have get, which is why, as what they say, it has became less valuable because now you have all these opals. Then there's no point for going for this Galaxy Opal at the end for the triple threat because the ones we have are better. So
Yeah,
what I think, so what I think they should do is not have the opals waiting at the end so late in the season. So that way, if we really want it, then like that last day that we can't get it, and then it will be gone forever type shit. They should put it
yeah,
not at the last, but right there to where it's attainable.
yeah. And so the first thing to talk about here is they're going to have those new vault prizes. They'll be updated during the season. As you say, to keep it fresh, as we all know, triple threat prizes usually are pretty obsolete just because of the continuing, uh, updating of cards and just for the regular game. They said there's new cumulative win prizes that will be added every season. Triple threat. When 2K21 launches, there are going to be 300 wins available. You will no longer accrue additional wins once you get to that 300th win in single player triple threat. You will get the guaranteed first season one prize, which is a diamond card, and they say it's a darn good one. Um, and they also talk about it like in subsequent seasons, they'll add new wins. An example they give is like you may go to something like 450 wins in season two. These new 150 wins will be prizing, will have prizing with the 450th being the obviously the prize, um, and so forth, so forth. They tell us why this is in 2K20. In 2K20, you launch 1,000 ones available to you in the Galaxy Opal. Like my partner said, the card became outclassed pretty quickly because why? My team evolved. It made triple threat less valuable. If the main card is Galaxy Opal Dominique Wilkins, that's a long time of playing to get Dominique Wilkins, who's not even a really great player on my for my team in general. I think so. They talk about how they're putting putting emphasis on triple threat. They want to make triple threat more a valuable and a staple of the year, which is why this season probably helps a lot more um, going forward. You will get basically they say this will give you better prizes that will match the time and effort that you get from playing it, which I think is good because a lot of people do like playing single player triple threat. Obviously, they have new season triple threat online. I don't care about it personally.
Yeah, I don't even touch that
So
shit because I'm not trying to sweat.
yeah. So they have something called My Team Unlimited. Limited. I think let's get to this part. They also another thing is they have new dynamic domination seasonal updates. There are going to be new tiers of domination, which I think is great. But I would love to do that because domination's 99 games basically, or yeah, about 90 games, and you're done. Now they're going to keep it more relevant, and for somebody like me who likes to dominate and try and win all those stars, I'm going to love this even more. So that's cool. And there'll be new rewards every season to the reward market, which I would think so. Which isn't it where you get the tokens, right? Isn't that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay, so
So
yeah,
so I think they what they might do is like instead of tokens MT in the card, they might do something. They might throw in a little something extra and be different.
yeah, that's good. Now, My Team Limited is the brand new My Team game mode. It's only available on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The cool thing is that the rules for the mode will change every single weekend when they do a new event. Basically, it's 5v5 online. You're going to compete against fellow My Team players who are chasing championship rings, as I say. We'll talk about that later. Now, the twist is, right, they're going to be able to put lineup restrictions. Some examples they give up are you may be forced to play with 23-year-old and younger players. Sometimes they may force you to play with Ruby or lower players. This will allow them to create some very fun combinations that will allow and encourage players to use a wider breadth of cards in your collection. Because we all know people just delete cards, delete cards, delete cards.
Or
And
they don't delete cards. They just like keep them, or they pull them. They just do sell them a duplicate. So which
yeah,
means that when they touch these modes for the weekend for every weekend, they will have to actually have a reason to use those and keep them instead of delete them.
yeah. And so about those championship rings, and also to piggyback on that part, it does allow, I think, more skill. I do think that they should, you know, mess with maybe some of the positionality of the game. I still think positionality of uh, of NBA 2K is always going to be issue no matter what. So they try their best to try and make it work. Now about the championship rings, um, excuse me. Every time there's a new championship ring uh, up for grabs every weekend, when you win a My Team game, limited game, you get a prize. You'll be able to view it, but you will have an important decision to make. Do you want to keep it, or do you want to trade it in for your choice of one of two other mystery prizes? Now, if you trade in for a mystery prize, it may be worse than what they give you, which they all and also these mystery prizes may also contain the championship ring. Um, and so an example to give here is grand prize is Pink Diamond Ralph Sampson. And the thing is called One Will Rise Week 5 game conditions, which must include 3 3-point contest participants. You must have one Ruby player. You can't have players over Amethyst or higher, and it must include five 20 current NBA players. And so that's interesting, right? Forcing players to have to mismatch different lineups. You never know what kind of rubies or amethysts
Or
you have in your team,
or
especially
or,
early on.
or they can put in you use straight bronzes, or you got to put
Yeah,
a bronze player.
I do think they'll do that pretty early on. Now,
You, huh.
okay. Oh, you
I'm
want to keep
honestly
going?
like that would be funny though. Like you have to use a whole bronze lineup, bruh.
Yeah, it's true. Now, did you say after the final limited event of the season, which seems to be about 5 per month, obviously, because most months are 5 weeks, you would
I
trade in
think that
those rings for
well,
yeah,
I mean,
most of them.
yeah,
The
okay. I
only
mean, yeah,
don't
yeah, that's true. Yeah,
the only one that may now some of the 30-day months, this is just a tangent, maybe 4 weeks kind of. Only February is strictly 4 weeks, but most months are 5 weeks or 5 weeks, right? So that's why they probably have five rings, so 5 weeks. Now, if you're lucky enough to get one of these championship, like every championship ring, you will get the My Team Limited Grand Prize for the season. It will be a very high end card that will instantly, as they say, make you the envy of all your future opponents, and it will destroy the CPU in triple threat games for this specific card they're talking about. Now, if you're able to get one or some of the rings, they will have tiered prizes for you. To make sure that people are getting something, even if you don't get 4 or 5, you still get something, which I like. Now, to identify which players qualify for the current My Team Limited Weekend event, some of them will appear with the Championship Ring sticker when the event happens. These will appear on cards in your collection as well as cards in the auction house to help make it easier to create that lineup. They did put in a filter in the line creator that will only display players in the collection or of any collection that are eligible for the event to help you. And there will be a high demand every weekend for the best players eligible for the current market. So if you are a person who likes to sell cards a lot and you've got those cards or in bundles, put them on the market. You're gonna make some bank. So what do you think about My Team Limited? Reading it, listen to how I explained it.
I think
Uh,
it's better. It is something that as a person that if I was like invested into my team like that, it would be like okay, now I can't wait to get my hands on this game, and start playing and earning these cards. And it is something obviously different, never been done before in 2K, where they actually will compensate you for your work, for the work and hours that you put into this game, and
mhm.
not actually cheat you out of the out and not give you the most basic shit ever, like the domination for 2K20. You got a pink diamond Sean Kemp. No one's gonna use that shit. Like,
Exactly. I mean, some of these rewards they give you for domination already devalues the entire thing. People only do domination to basically get contract cards and get easy ways to get MT and all that. There's no benefit. Nobody's going to use Pink Diamond Sean Kemp. Nobody's going to use Pink Diamond Sean Kemp when the game came out. Trust me, ain't nobody going to use him. So they should put a lot better cards for them, and which is why I'm happy they're going to put tiers. Now they're redoing My Team Unlimited called My Team Unlimited 2.0. Every league in My Team Unlimited 2.0 will consist of 12 games. There are 9 leagues, and each league continues will have 12 games. To advance the next league, you will need to win a certain games in your league. For example, in the first league, you only need to win 3. Once you get that third, you automatically level up to next league. You do not need to play their main games for that league, and that obviously you keep going up. You're gonna have to win more and more games until you have to win like 12 out of 12. Um, and if you don't, they do say if you don't not meet the win requirement to advance the next level, you still need to win a certain number of those games to continue to keep on that level. So you cannot just lose maybe league 9. You gotta win 12 of those games. Maybe you don't win 12 out of 12, but you gotta win enough to keep in that league so that you don't drop all the way down and have to build up
it was
again.
this was just like a 2K16 where it was like playoff seeding where you had to win a certain amount and you could lose a certain amount, and if you go over that losing amount, then you go down the seed, and if you go that to that win amount, you stay in that seed, and you to for you to still play. So that's what reminds me of that when I hear that rule is when I was watching like Cash do these my teams, and I would see that if you lose this amount of games, you go down, and if you win this amount of games, then you stay in, and you can still play that seed. So
Yeah,
that's what reminds me of that rule.
yeah. You got to keep in the league. You got to win. Even if you don't win the games to get out of the league, you got to win enough games to keep in the league. They do say internal feedback has been positive, um, and it does. And they say it allows you to establish your lineup and practice your strategy. It probably does, because again, you're going to be playing the best players that play regular my team. So of course, it's going to make you better if you're all into that. Now they have a new thing called the exchange, which is new to NBA 2K21, um, which allows you to turn in and exchange your cards for some prizes. Now, every season in my team, there will feature new exchanges for you to collect and complete to earn exclusive cards that are only available at the exchange. Now, yes, some of these cards here will be truly elite. The quality of the reward will dictate how much effort is required to complete the exchange. For example, if you have an exchange that requires you to trade in a Western Conference point guard like a Steph Curry, like a Dame Lillard, or rated 90 or higher, and an Eastern Conference point guard like Kyrie, basically Kyrie. There's no other great guard there. Maybe Trae Young now. Yeah, about those guys. And you trade one of those as well to earn a higher rated player. The system is incredibly flexible and it allows you to create exchanges geared toward our newest users, the new players, as well as some of the most dedicated and passionate users. Now, some cards will look ho hum on the surface, but they said it will secretly have future plans for that card where they will be inviolable. I guess to give example of hey, this card would work for my team limited, and even though it doesn't look great, it may be that card you're looking for to complete that lineup, and do some limited game. Now they will drop some simplistic exchanges in the most seasons that will allow you to convert a number of silver gold contracts, which I love, or to obtain a diamond contract or a diamond pair of shoes, which I like. I like the contract. I don't care about the shoes that much. But I love that you can
No,
convert
yeah, the
the,
contracts
the
is what makes the card valuable when you put up on the auction house, which is why
yes.
people hike up the prices because they got a diamond contract.
Yes, so this would save people from getting price gouged on the market over there. Now, the example they give here, they show us pink diamond Bob Cousy. They have diamond, amethyst, emerald, amethyst, ruby, and bronze. Obviously, this is the exchange where you would send in Cousy for maybe a different player if you want, or maybe to get a Bob Cousy, you have to put a bunch of these guys, which is 18 bronze players, 60 emeralds, 5 rubies, 2 amethysts. I'm sorry, yeah, 2 amethyst Laker players, 5 ruby point guards, and just one any diamond player, any amethyst player, any 16 emeralds. So I like it. It's interesting because
So,
if you don't have 2 Lakers players, you can't get Bob Cousy, and so you have to go look around for Lake
and they
amethyst
gotta
Laker
be
players.
amethyst, and they gotta be amethyst.
They gotta be amethyst. You gotta put 7 amethysts, and 2 of them have to be Laker players. I like it. It's cool, and I think it's just a way for people to use cards that they have, because we all know we get to a point in my team where you're just opening packs, and you're just getting all of these amethysts and these cards you don't need, and so it's a good way of those cards having some kind of value still. Um, to get other cards. I think 2K21's looking pretty good for the my team at this point. Um, Now, my favorite part right now is the badge customization. I love this. It now they took a hiatus in 2K20 for whatever reason. I don't know why
Yeah,
they took a hiatus.
they had a 1 year hiatus. I thought they completely took out the badge, those customizable badges.
Yeah, I thought I took them out earlier than 19, but they
That's what I'm
also have them
saying.
in 19. Yeah, I did too. Now, there will be badge cards available as usual. You can apply them and upgrade them. For example, if you have a card that does have clamps on it, like I said, and the player is eligible, I don't know how they're going to determine who's eligible or not. They just put clamps on everybody, so they should all be eligible for clamps. But if they want to, if it's a defensive grading,
I don't think they did have an eligibility for badges.
well, it seems like it will be eligible this year. Yeah, I used to be able to put clamps on anybody. Basically, the badges, but you could put any badge. And I guess in 19, the last time I was in there, you could just put any badge on anybody. It didn't matter. Like you just put badge and they'll be fine. Now, like my partner said, you cannot put brick wall on Steph Curry. Okay.
You just can't.
Um,
He just doesn't. They need to. What I think they should do is they should have some limit. They should
yeah.
limit the amount. They should certain cars should not. They can't put because you gotta look at it this way. Steph Curry is 6'3" and like what one nine around the 200 190 range with
Yeah.
in pounds.
Yeah.
He does not. When do you see Curry set picks? He is
Yeah.
not
Which
a
is
movable
why
object like
that goat cards didn't make sense.
he's not Andrew Bogut, who's a very large dude to move around. So that's why they should have some. They should have like a block like only big men can have this, or only certain like players or positions can have this card, or all positions can have this card available to them. Something like that,
Yeah.
like how they do with the position logs. They should do something like
Yeah.
that with the badges.
Yeah, and that's what they're exactly doing. What you're saying, as they say here, you're going to be limited to what badges can go on players based on the archetype and playstyle. So obviously, Steph Curry is not going to have a brick wall because he's not a big who sets picks or anything. Even though he does set picks, he's not a pickser like that, so he will not be able to get brick wall. But he will be able to have clamps because he is a guard and they have to defend, so he will have clamps. Now, they did say that badge cards will be available in bronze, silver, gold, and Hall of Fame, of course. Obviously, to upgrade, you gotta apply the bronze version, then upgrade to gold. You have to apply the silver version before you add the gold version. And the Hall of Fame versions are going to be from prizing and playing the game and season rewards. Now, this is a new interesting thing I think we need to talk about here. Is they say they have specific badges and badge changes in the next gen version of the game. Okay, which is why they established a mapping that converts current gen badges on the PS4 to next gen equivalents, so that your badges will be better in slightly in different ways. Now, this is interesting in terms of what are these upgrades that they're going to put on some of these badges specifically to PS5. I'm very interested in watching and finding out these improvements, because I don't really know how much different the play is going to be apart from graphics and maybe the engine runs better. So how do you think about them saying that they're going to have badge changes and actual new badges specifically for the PS5 and Xbox One X?
I mean, well, it makes sense because after 2K21, we're not gonna go back to the last gen for 2K. We're gonna stick to the next gen for for years to come, because the reason why they did that, because you know how 2K is coming out, so the PS5 isn't out, so they had to release on the PS4, and then they have everything carry over to PS5, and then after that, since PS5 is out, they're going to continue to release games on there, and then which is why the badges. So you may not get. Obviously, you're not going to get them on the PS4. You're going to get them on PS5, because after 2K21, we're gonna be playing next gen on the. We're gonna be playing on the PS5 for 2K for a while. So there's no really point to. It's not really, to me. It's not really a big deal. Like, oh, I can't use this. I can't use this certain badge on the PS4, but I can use it on PS5. Well, I mean, you're gonna buy both. So I mean, it doesn't really matter in the end. So I just don't see. I don't see a problem with that decision. I just don't
The
see
only
it.
thing is how much better those badges going to be. You know,
It depends. Yeah, it does depend on how good the badges are. If the badges
no.
are not as good as they make it out to be, for the reason why they're having that having that little PS4 PS5 difference, then okay, I guess you can. Then I guess, but if there isn't, then it's like, should you really waste your time and waste your breath on complaining when it's not going to get you nowhere?
Yep. We'll see about some of these. The new badges are one I'm interested in. They said we're gonna have specific new badges for the game, so that will be cool. Now in 2K21, I think doing the right thing with evolution cards. They're giving you a choice. Like if you pick Shaq when you start, you can either one of his evolution tiers is either you make him a better rebounder or a better shot blocker. I think that's interesting. I don't think we gotta talk about that much right now. I
So, but
think if
I will say this: which one would you want?
um I think I would want the blocker, at that point, because he does have an 80 rebound already.
So
Um
I mean, he does. I mean, he doesn't really need any rebounding help. It's just more you'd want more defense. I mean,
yeah, at that point of the game, I don't think rebounding is that big of a deal. But I do like how they're giving people choices for that stuff. Now they did say if my team is a mobile fantasy, a mobile use choice and customization, and this will give the customized evolutions will take this year will help differentiate player lines more and give players yet another tool to give your team the edge out there on the court. I think it's a good idea. I like it, and I'm interested in all those different ideas. Now, I think the ball dropping mechanic is horrible. Um,
bruh.
Blocker codes suck. They want to talk about how these things are good. They're trash. Day logging rewards, cool. Prize wheel spins, we never get that. I think we've logged them for a
So
week.
about the prize wheel spin? I mean, I did it a couple hours ago, bruh. I got 5,000 MT. I'm like, bruh, what is this, man? Every time I do this, I can't even get a chance to get a card. I'm getting like MT or tokens. Like, bro, ain't nobody
Yeah,
gonna be using this shit.
Yeah, I don't think any of those have been very good for us or for a lot of people, as we all know. These things are all odds made, and specifically MT seems to be an odd that is pretty high. Now 2K21, they're making a new prize mechanism called Ascension. It's quite simple. There are going to be three vertical tiers of prizes. Each tier contains a certain amount of cards that you can flip over the real prize. Within each tier, there's one card that, when flipped over, levels you up to next tier. Once you reach that third tier, there's a grand prize card hidden somewhere in the mist. If you can find and flip over that card, you will obtain a very high level card for free right there in the spot. This essential program is part of the season's program in NBA 2K21, which means this grand prize card will update every season to be a new must-have player. Now, what is the catch? The catch is you have a limited number of picks available to use. You have to find those essential cards, which are the ones that level you up to the next vertical tier, and find that grand prize card before you run out of picks. To aid you, a number of the cards are you flip over rewards you with additional picks to ensure you don't run out. It will. They say it's going to be difficult to earn the season grand prize, obviously, because it's all chance. The the guy who's writing this, and his favorite aspect is that you almost always walk away with something cool. I don't know if it would be something good. I like something good rather than something cool. Could it be my team points? Could it be tokens or a horrible free pack of cards? That would be the worst one. At least with tokens and points, I have a chance to decide what I get. A free pack of cards, that's the worst choice every time.
Hell no. I could get fucking bronzes for all I know. Shit.
You know. Now they give you a picture. The grand prize in this picture is a position center slash power forward Bob Lanner. And this guy flipped one of them, and he had a base lead pack award, and he has 4 picks. That is what I'm scared about: getting a base league pack award or any free pack, because they always suck. I'm sorry, they always suck. Um,
Like you see that pack, don't get your hopes up.
yeah. Now he said that he did this. When he flipped it, he got a 2 times MTP multiplier, and the flip after that he got 500, which means with the two-time multiple active, he takes home 1,000 free MT, which is cool. I like. Can you get the season one grand prize? Will be a maybe a pink diamond card, or and if you're doing the math between the seasonal level prize, limited prize, triple online offline prize, and ascension, the cards to get up, you're gonna get really good cards, which is cool. Now they have something called the Idols series collection, uh, which is the child from the Prime series collection. This will be the premium collection. This will feature some of the NBA's most memorable players with a healthy mix of past versus present. These are the players you're going to want filling every position in your lineup, as they will generally be the best cards available in the mode at the time of their release. The Idols series will make its debut next month, September, and will feature the first pullable pink diamond in 2K21. Um, our first idol was missing in action. Their first idol was missing in action in 2K20, but he will return this next month. Whoever that is, I have no idea what's that
Yeah, I
first
have no
idol.
clue.
So they're obviously doing the same thing what they did with the Prime, which is there'll be 15 releases. The 15 releases are going from Series 1, Series 2, Series 3, which are each going to be 5 cards. If you collect all 5 cards, you will unlock the collection complete reward. Complete Series 1 of the I series will reward you with a lineup changing Galaxy Opal. Hopefully he's good. They always say, "Oh, this is gonna be great." The only reason he's gonna be great is because he's Galaxy Opal. That's really it. He could be a horrible player that I don't even like. There's certain players people don't like that people don't use.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. That is the
you know,
thing. That is just,
yeah,
that's always been a staple in 2K. That's always been a staple.
yes, it is. Now, if you pre-order the standard edition of NBA 2K21, you get 10 free promo packs for basically 2 months, 1 pack per week. If you get the Mamba Forever, you get 40 promo packs, which is you get 10 of them on the first day you play, and then 3 per week for the next 10 weeks. What's in those promo packs? NBA player to add to your team. There will be beyond that. There'll be rare pools in these packs. That'll be some of the best cards in the game at the start. You can get a diamond DeMarcus Cousins from there too. So we'll see about that. Only if you pre-order. So pre-order if you want. They're bringing back basically spotlight challenges, which are called signature challenges. And these will tell the story of the most memorable games for your favorite NBA players, both past and present. An example they use is the Blazers 3-1 series lead. Damian Lillard, pulling up from 37. And from what I'm reading here, I guess you have to actually do that one. Would you actually have to make that 37-footer? I wonder. Maybe you do. But we'll
Bruh,
see.
oh man, bruh, that's all I'm thinking about. If I have to actually make that 37-footer,
Yeah, I know. It'd be crazy. They're actually going to put that. That will be the first signature challenge. Will be that game winning, series winning game for the Blazers. I'm just wondering if you had to take that shot. You might have to. I won't be surprised if they really make you take that shot from all the way back there. What's it called? They got objective tracker. Track all kinds of different things. You'll have to.
Then he got dark matter.
Yeah, whatever the heck that means, or whatever that does with the game. I have no idea. They have the holographic ball. This will be exclusive. It was meant to be exclusive players, club players, to earn that one. I don't even know how you can earn this at this point. Now we did do the 21. We are going to start with 21 tokens because I did do the My Team Starts Now thing. So we're going to have those. And we also going to get a free My Team pack. It doesn't have any players in it, so that sucks. I think they say it has. It does have any players in it. Maybe he's lying. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, maybe this dude's like trying to throw us off or something.
Yeah, or trying to think he can get us all hyped. But yeah, that's the entire talk about my team for 2K21. It sounds a lot better. It seems like they're trying to make everything more wanting to play later. Because man, some of these modes are pretty much dead after you play them. So I like where they're going.
I like how this one, my team's gonna be fresh. Something that they have had issues with for like the past almost 10 years now. Well, yeah, almost like the past 8 years now. They've had a problem with the freshness of my team. My team's always been fresh at the start, but as the only thing they really be adding is like new cards and shit. That's it. No like new content, no new prizes, no new anything. Now with 2K21 and then going to the next gen, it just it just it just shits on 2K20 altogether, making the what you call it, making the content 2K20 obviously look like shit, and obviously just make it so outdated. And then you go to this game, you play these modes, and then you're playing them knowing that you're going to get some fresh content throughout the whole year, all year round, which is something that they have been lacking for so long, and now they have finally took the time to give us what we want, so that way we can have something. So you can expect something new and not have the same thing going on all year like they usually do.
Yeah, and I like what I'm hearing. It seems like they're going to reward people more now for playing different
the
modes.
rewards are going to be better than what they have for this year.
Yeah, hope so. And I'm interested in some of these rewards for certain things and the whole championship ring business. I do wonder though. One of my favorite YouTubers of all time, Chris Smooth, if he's going to come back for 2K21 and my team
I think this will be enough for him to come back.
Yeah, maybe. I hope so. It sounds interesting.
I think they should because there's no way he's gonna pass this up. There's
Yeah,
gonna be so much content for him to film. Come on now, that's
that's
a
true.
that's a YouTuber's dream for his content.
Yeah, 2K20 probably wasn't the best content wise if you really think about the game in general. They've added a bunch of new things to my team, multiple new modes, multiple new ways to earn stuff. I don't like Ascension that much just because it already sounds like a mode, something you don't want to really have to deal with because we all know the overwhelming majority will be horrible prizes that we don't really want, and I know
Bro,
that's gonna happen.
I seen the name and I was like, bro, I don't even like it already.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Doesn't sound great. Does not sound
So
great.
so with that being
Let's
said,
move on.
let's dab into the draft lottery.
Oh yes, yes, and keep saying what you're saying to me. Bring this up.
Uh, so I think what you call it, the Minnesota Timberwolves had like the best odds to win the number one pick, in which they did. And I will say this, Broadus, if you actually thought the Phoenix Suns was going to get no, they was not. They won too much. At the end, they won too damn much for them to get it. That's why they was.
Oh yeah,
That's why at the. That's why they was like top. That's why it was like under top 10.
yeah.
That's it.
They
That's why
won.
they got the 10. So that's why they was like basically top 10, like 10 through 20. They wasn't gonna get no one spot. They wasn't gonna get the one because they won too much. They won eight straight. They won their last eight straight games, something that they haven't done in years. So I didn't when I seen it, I was like, the Suns are not getting that number one pick. They won too much.
Yeah, they did win too much.
Yeah,
So the first thing, the first thing that I do want to talk about is basically, what do we think that the Minnesota Timberwolves or who are they going to draft? Um,
I do
a
see
lot of
New
people.
York is number 8. Like how
Well, I mean,
Steph Curry got drafted like 7th, and New York had
yeah,
the eighth one.
yeah.
So so
Excuse me.
historically, New York has somehow done well with the eighth pick in drafting. So
Well, they have done
who
good.
knows what they could get. I it's funny enough. I seen this online. I was like, oh shit, they really do go with the eighth pick I'm like, well, they do go with the eighth pick, but it doesn't surely reflect on their season. So I
Damn.
don't know how that works, but I'm really well, that's one team I'm looking at. It's like, what is New York gonna do? Who are they gonna get?
Ah, man, I don't really know who they're gonna get because pretty much everybody's consistent with your top three, which is Lamelo Ball, James Wiseman, Anthony Edwards. Which Charlotte's gonna probably get. Um, I think Minnesota's gonna go for Anthony Edwards. I think Golden State goes for uh James Wiseman because there's no reason to get Lamelo. I think
I,
Chicago won't draft Lamelo Ball because they have a point guard already. Right. And
I
then
think Minnesota should get a forward and not a center and not a
no,
guard.
no, it's not. That's what I'm saying. They can get Anthony Edwards because they have Jared Culver as their small forward or whatever. So, because he drafted him, so they can get Anthony Edwards and play the two, and I think that's the best pick for them right now. Because when you look at some of these top the top draftees, uh, prospects, it's kind of just like you're gonna get a Onyeka Okongwu. Is that what you want? Is that a
Yeah,
power forward?
Onyeka Okongwu.
Is that who you want? Fucking I would like us to get either James Wiseman or Obi Toppin. I think that would do great. An Obi Toppin. Uh,
If the Golden State gets anybody other than a center, I don't know what y'all doing because
yeah, and that's what I'm saying.
they need one.
That's what I'm saying. I don't really know who else you really need. You know, Now, Obi Toppin's who I would like to get. He's kind of kind of he's 22 years old, so he's kind of ready for winning. He's got, he pulled Dayton to being like this really good basketball team. I just think it's him or James Wiseman. Now, LaMelo, I'm just telling you right now, I think he's drafted. I think the New York Knicks have a shot at LaMelo because Minnesota can't get him. They have D'Angelo. Golden State won't go for him. Charlotte just paid like Terry Rozier a bunch of money. So are
Yeah,
they really?
Chicago, they got Zach LaVine.
Yeah, they got Kobe White. They drafted Kobe White as an actual point guard. Let's not forget that.
And then Cleveland, they got Darius Garland and Colin Sexton.
Yeah. So Atlanta has
Atlanta
Trae
got
Young.
Trae Young.
And Detroit's the first team where I can see if there's no trades. Let's just make this a fact. If there's no trades, I'm looking at there's no trades. Detroit is the first team where it makes sense to get LaMelo Ball. Okay? And then obviously the Knicks will take him. But, these other teams, Atlanta, like, I thought for Atlanta, having somebody because I think that what's his face, Kevin Herter is not good. I think that they should let him be done. If I was them, I'll go for Anthony Edwards. With Trae Young, or go for because I know nothing about anybody except Onyeka. That's all I know about. They do compare Onyeka to Bam Adebayo, which is interesting. He's 6'9". He's a really good defender. I would love to have him on the Warriors as well. I would love him. He's a great defender. Onyeka, I like him to be on their team.
Okongwu.
Yeah, I like him to be on the Warriors. I think he could be a really good defender. And look, if he can work on his shot, this guy will be so good. But we'll see. I don't know about this guy from basically Israel, Denny Avija. I don't know, man.
I haven't heard it.
Yeah, I haven't even seen some video of this guy. Again, this is a pretty weak draft because we don't know a lot about these players. I know nothing about
people. Like what you call probably the first. I know about Cole Anthony though. Where is he? Nobody's talking about him. Nobody's talking about Cole Anthony.
Cole Anthony, yeah. I'm surprised that Cole Anthony is now he did get hurt. I would pick Cole Anthony. But he does. I do think that he's going to be a guy that's going to be low drafted, and the team's going to like to get him. I think. But I think this NBA draft is going to be interesting for me because I can't wait to see what the Wizards and the Suns and the Spurs and the Kings, even the Pelicans. Let's not forget, people. Boston Celtics again are going to have a lottery pick at 14, so they're going to have another young player to put into that team because Memphis did not get the 14th pick, so they got screwed. They kind of got screwed. This is going to be crazy.
I will say this draft class is probably one of the most unknown draft classes I've ever heard of because I just don't know majority of these players. All these players I heard of are new to me.
Yeah, this is probably you're right. This is probably the most unknown draft class in about 5 years. We don't know the top 10 or even the top 8 unless you are what's this called? The guy from ESPN, like Jay Billis or the Schmidt, whatever his name is, or a guy who does prospects. But for regular people like us, I don't know Sadiq Bey from Villanova. They on here they say that he could he's not a great athlete, but he's not lacking, and that can he be a better ball handler? We don't know. I only know about boy Onyeka, and I like him to go to a good team. Maybe the Atlanta Hawks go for him. I don't know. They do have John Collins.
I only know James Wiseman because of 2K. That's it.
Yeah. I know about Anthony Edwards because I watch enough.
Yeah, two
I
K.
watch
Yeah,
enough of it.
like two like RJ Hampton. RJ Hampton.
Oh yeah, RJ Hampton. He did get hurt too. Another guy who kind of got injured. Now people don't forget that LaMelo Ball did get injured as well. you know, so we'll see. One thing about let's talk about LaMelo Ball. I think again he actually may go to the Knicks if there's no trades because I don't know how many NBA teams are really looking for a guard. Like even like Phoenix needs a guard. I will say this: Phoenix needs a real guard. Um, Ricky Rubio is not enough. He is not enough. I'm telling you right now.
Hell no.
Just like what Utah did. Utah was like we can't. You're not good enough for us anymore. Like we have to let you go. Phoenix. I think Phoenix should try and get LaMelo. It would be interesting. Um,
If he's available, shit.
Yeah, I think New Orleans should look into trying to trade up because Lonzo Ball is not good enough. I'm sorry, he's not good enough. He can't shoot. He can't drive. He's not good. He's not a good driver. Like this guy is an underrated bust. He's worse than Markel Fultz. I would have Markel Fultz than Lonzo. You know why? Because Markel Fultz can actually shoot a little bit now, and he's a great downhill driver of the basketball with his big frame. Unlike Lonzo, who can't drive because he's scared of getting fouled. This is exactly why New Orleans should let him go as well. And New Orleans should look for a point guard like Cole Anthony. Like Cole Anthony
Now,
would be good. Or RJ Hampton.
now for me on Lonzo, I'm like, I'm gonna say is Alonso. He's not bad, but seems to me that he just doesn't want to score the ball or do anything to help the team. Because what I see is that when he gets on the court, he's just there. He's just running around and being there. He's not like trying to score like 20. He's not trying to like get the ball in the hoop and help his team or nothing. All he's doing is just being very nonchalant, being very passive, and not like trying to do anything. So New Orleans, they should look for a guard to replace him because I personally, I'm not feeling Lonzo Ball on the New Orleans Pelicans. I'm not
Yeah,
feeling.
I think you're correct.
I'm not feeling because I'm not feeling his play style, dude. Because even on my team, you gotta score something. You've been touted as like the top five in your draft class a couple years ago, and you give me this. You top five and you giving me this, bro. You're not showing me that you top five, bro. You're not showing me that you top five. So what I'm prepared to do is for New Orleans to get somebody that can do more than Lonzo and trade Lonzo away
Yeah.
to get it's like future draft pick or somebody else that can fill his void because his play style really kind of irks me in a way that you are this tall but you don't want to use your size to your advantage. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting this draft and who they're gonna draft and what
Wait,
players we pick and who's gonna move
I
up.
think where is New Orleans anyway on the draft
They're
thing?
13th. They're 13th. So
Oh, okay.
I think they're playing for one of the three guards.
Okay,
Uh,
they should get somebody. They should get somebody good then, because they already got the bigs. They got the bigs locked
yeah,
down.
they
They just
have
need the
bigs.
guards.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
they just
just
need the
need a
guards
guard.
next year.
Yeah,
And
maybe
when they
I
get the
Tyrese
guards next year,
Halliburton.
oh no, you can
Yeah,
finish.
yeah. They have about four really good guards. Tyrese Halliburton, in my opinion, is pretty good from Iowa State. Cole Anthony, when he did play on Carolina, they were a pretty good team. Obviously, RJ Hampton is a guy that has been touted about, and LaMelo Ball. I'm sure there's other guards there that are pretty good too, but those are probably the four main ones that we know about. Um, and so that's who they should they should have a chance to get one of those guards. And now I don't now the only problem with when those guards they're all scoring guards. Cole Anthony's not a good distributor. LaMelo Ball seems to be a good distributor, but every time he distributes, his team is down by triple digits, which is like 30 points. I'm sorry, not 100 points, but 30 points. And Therese Halliburton is good. I don't know how good of a distributor he is because most point guards score now, so that's a little bit of an issue. But this NBA draft is going to be sneaky interesting because we don't know a lot about any of these guys.
Oh yeah, I do know about Tyrese Maxey. I have seen him.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen him play. He's nice.
Yeah. From what I read here on Sporting News, they did say he was pretty good as a part of a 3 guard shutdown crew that made smart decisions with the ball. But his issue, he may not be ready to be. He doesn't have a great shot. I think he doesn't shoot well. But he could be a starting point guard, and maybe at 14, 15, I do believe once you get to about pick like 5 or 6, maybe even 7, maybe 8, you're just looking for a player who can play. Because there's no way 15 players are going to get drafted at that high and all be really good or superstars. Superstars are top 3, 4 picks, even maybe 5. But after that, it's just can they be good enough for me to use them? That's all you can do. Mm.
So
Yeah,
I
let's move
guess
on.
that section is done for.
Yep.
So let's get to what we really are here for, and is the last one of the day is the what you call it, the playoffs.
Yes, the playoffs. The playoffs.
Let,
Uh,
let me get
so okay, again,
the
okay.
bracket up. Yeah, let me get the bracket up. Uh, okay, let me. Damn. Okay, I got it. So no, this ain't. This is the okay. So now with the brackets after for the let's talk about the Raptors and the Nets. That's easily gonna be they're easily gonna be gone. The Nets are gonna get swept easily.
Yeah.
Um, they lost what you call after 3 games. They lost by one set. They lost third game today, 117-92, in a very dominant fashion by Serge Ibaka with 20 points and 13 rebounds. I mean,
Mhm.
these just could have stopped the Raptors, man. Once the Raptors got a lead, it was just smooth sailing.
Yeah. They were unable to stop the Rappers. I'm sorry, I don't want to say that. The Raptors, pretty much. Serge Ibaka, like you said, 20 points, 13 rebounds. He was able to get offense rebounds and pick and pop shots. Let me see here from this game. Let's see who else did pretty good. The Nuggets are down by 20, which is not good for them. What is
Damn.
it here? Fred VanVleet, another really good game. Fred VanVleet's been their best player. 22.5 rebounds, 5 assists. Pascal Siakam broke out today with 26 points, 8 rebounds, and 3 assists. Good for him. Kyle
Oh,
Lowry.
he got 5 assists.
Yeah. Pascal Siakam. I think I said that.
Yeah, he got
Okay.
26 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists.
Yeah. You're correct. Kyle Lowry had a near triple double, 11 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists. Um, Powell, 11 points, 4 rebounds. So the team over there was pretty good. They held the Nets to
I will say,
33% shooting.
after you finish your point, I will say that one thing I'm seeing here is really not really a good thing I'm seeing right here.
From who?
Mark Gasol. He had 21 minutes and 3 points, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds. So that means that he he played he was playing, but he just wasn't his shots wasn't just hitting today. The shots he was taking, they just weren't falling. So
You talking about
for
Marcus Gasol?
Yeah, Marcus also, which leads to my second point is where Serge Ibaka had to clean up his mess by playing 23 minutes, 13 rebounds, and 20 points, which which is
Yeah,
which why I think what you call it? I think well I guess you could put Siakam at the four, but I think I
you
would have put
know,
him at the three and then put Ibaka there at the four.
yeah,
But
I
they
kind of wish that. Sorry to excuse you. Um,
oh no
I
you
just
can finish
wish.
no I'm done.
Okay, I just think they should probably limit Marcus All to about 15 to 18 minutes, and give about 5 to 8 minutes more to Ibaka to play about 30. I think it's high time for them to understand that Marcus All is not very good anymore, and he's really just there to be a guy who can pass from the center position and from the free throw from the two elbows. He's not a guy who's going to score a lot of points off pick and pop. I just wish they would understand. Not it's not going to hurt his feelings. He's just not good anymore. He needs to play 15 minutes, and Serge Ibaka needs to play 30 minutes because Serge Ibaka has scored 20 plus points in 2 of the 3 games. Okay,
And Serge
and Marcus
Ibaka
Gasol just
actually has a jumper. He has a jumper also.
he can defend better. Not as good as he used to because one, he's older, and two, he's just not as committed on that side of the game
Because
anymore.
when he was at OKC, the dude averaged 3.5 blocks a game.
Yeah,
Like my God.
like he was out like because he was that's all he wasn't that good of a shooter back then, so he was a really good defender, and that was enough. Um, if you look at the net side, Tyler Johnson was a surprise today. He scored 23 points off the bench. He probably starts next game, knowing that's an
No,
elimination
he
game.
started that game. He actually
Oh,
started.
okay. Okay. So he should probably play more than like Chris Chiozza had 14 points. Let's knock down his minutes a little bit, under 20, probably take away about 7 minutes from him. I want Tyler Johnson playing 30 minutes. Timothy Lawol did not have a good shooting day, nor did Garrett Temple. So that
He
is
did.
also why.
He shot 3 for 18 from the field and 2 for 11 from three. So you
Okay,
know
who
where
shot
his
that?
mindset was at the whole entire game.
Who shot that?
Like TLC,
Oh,
he
yeah.
shot 3 for
Yeah.
18 and 2 for 11
Yes.
from three. So you knew where his mindset out was the whole game was. I'm gonna just take more threes than take more quality shots. He took quantity shots and not quality shots.
Yeah, if you I watched the game a little bit. As the game went on, and it was still kind of close. The shots did get somewhat better, but it wasn't that great. Jarrett Allen was not good today. He does do his job with game rebounds, but he was not getting any easy baskets at the rim against his tough Raptors defense. Kessler was not great today. He only had 15 points, and if he's not going to do good, then there's no way the Nets can keep the game even remotely close, as we
But
saw.
Jared Allen didn't even make not one bucket. He just got 4 points from the free throw line.
Yeah, he did. The Nets did shoot well. They shoot 3 pointers well. They did do better on free throws. Had more. They had 14 less total rebounds because when they take out Jared Allen, they can't rebound. They had 11 less assists. They had same amount of steals and turnovers. So really, this game came down to the defense of the Raptors. If you just look at the stats in general, Raptors did commit 7 more fouls, but it didn't really matter because they played such good defense in general. So that's that first game we're going to talk about here. And if we talk about the series in general, this series is over. It's been over.
It's been over.
They're just not good enough to compete with that team. Um, so let's go and talk about last night's games, which was, we had the Bucks, Magic, Lakers, Trailblazers. Who else? Let me see. I have to.
It was
The Heat,
Denver.
Pacers, and
Oh,
Thunder Rockets. This was tomorrow, because the Nuggets and Jazz are playing right now. Or we're just talking about the series in general. That have happened.
we can. Well, I mean, do
We
we
can
talk
talk
about
about
the
the series
series?
in general.
Yeah.
right? And so let's go with another pretty easy
Because
series.
if we talk about the games, then that'll be a
Yeah,
lot. Then that'll be like a
yeah,
lot
long
longer.
time.
So
Yeah, so
yeah.
let's just talk about the series. Okay. Another easy series.
Or
I think
no,
we should just talk
we
about
could
the.
talk about the last game, and then the series. How about
Okay.
that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine. Excuse me. Another the Bucks came back yesterday and won a pretty convincing game against the Magic. Simply, in game two specifically, the Magic did not shoot well, so they weren't able to keep up with the Bucks. We knew this would happen at some point. Um, Vucevic has been really good against the Bucks. He had another 30-point, 10 rebound game, but it just wasn't enough. If you get if you don't get enough help, if you have Evan Fournier go for 12 points, Markel goes for 11, Terrence Ross 12, DJ Augustin 10, you're just not going to win games. You're not going to win. Okay, I'm sorry. And also, Giannis had 20 points. I'm sorry, 20 points, 20 rebounds. Chris Middleton, another dud. Another dud. This is a big thing. Okay, if they want to win, Chris Middleton can't have 2 points. They can't have 2 points.
Damn, two
So,
points. Oh no, man.
2 points,
God.
6 assists,
God.
5 rebounds. That is a failure. And this is why we keep saying when they face better teams, he's not going to show up. Because against the Magic, he couldn't show up. He did nothing. Brooke
No,
Lopez
man. We
scored
can't
20
back this.
points.
I don't like that one at all. 2 points, bro. No, man.
2 points, and he played 31 minutes.
He only
I
shot
don't
the
really,
ball 8 times. Eight
8
times, bro.
times. Not aggressive. I mean, Giannis, Meb was uber aggressive. Brooke Lopez, maybe Eric Bledsoe was uber aggressive. Chris Milton was not uber aggressive. And I know people don't talk about Chris Milton, but we will because we know Milwaukee is trying to win a championship. And Giannis has got one other guy, and it's Chris Middleton. And this is not a good look. Even in wins, there's something not good about the Bucks, and it's Chris Middleton. And in this series, it's all Giannis, baby. If Giannis can do nothing, as dominant he can be, they have a tough time. They should still win the series.
We'll put it like this: if Orlando gets it going and Milwaukee can't get it going with Giannis, Orlando's gonna have a chance.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. You're correct. Look, it's hard. It's gonna be hard to keep, um, those certain teams down like that. But in the end, I think what we're saying here is, hey, we expect Chris Middleton to play better, and he didn't, and we're accountable for that kind of play. And so, but this series is pretty simple. Magic shoot good, they have a shot at keeping the game close. If Milwaukee shoots good, this game's over. I think that's what we both agree on, pretty much.
Yeah, but it's basically that's what it is.
Yeah,
If one of the teams shoot good, then they're winning. If the other team doesn't, then they're losing.
yeah. Thunder Rockets. Thunder Rockets. Houston won game two yesterday pretty easily. Um, Big thing was that James Harden, surprisingly enough, only scored 21 points. It was a team effort. They played, was it, about, was it 8 people? 9? I think they played 8 people. Yeah, they played
They
9
had like
people. 8 of them scored 10
they had
points.
8 people. Yeah, they had 8 people actually.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah,
I know
so
people are
but
surprised, but
basically their bottom
hear
part of
me out.
yeah.
Uh-huh. Keep going.
Oh
You
well, I
gonna
mean
say something?
they had only like their no, I mean they had their only like 8 people play that game. So
Yeah. And so, look, I think this is good for the Rockets. Okay, Harden was penetrating inside, kicking it out, and the guys are making shots, and that's important. The Thunder. I thought the Thunder would
kind
have a really good shot of winning some of these games because no Westbrook, Harden may be too strict. and you just hope that Steven Adams dominates, and Steven Adams plays 30 minutes, gets 8 points. Chris Paul plays 37 minutes, gets 14 points. Daniel Gallinari had 29 the first game, 17 this game. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander had a bad game, showed up. Chris Paul needs to be more aggressive in this series. I don't think he's taking Houston to task enough. Shai Gilgeous was doing it to him. Stephen Adams is disappointing because he should really dominate PJ Tucker. I'm not asking Stephen Adams to get like 20 points. Or I'm sorry, like something
We're
crazy.
we're,
But
we're not saying Steve Adams should get 30 points and like 15 rebounds. We're saying that he should dominate him to where they got to double him or something, and he's not doing
yeah,
that.
man. I mean, they gotta do something more of what they're doing, and they didn't do enough really for me to just be impressed by how they played. And also, Chris Paul only scoring 14 points in a playoff game, always disgusting because you play so many minutes, and maybe he wasn't making enough shots because I'm looking on it through Google, so I'm only seeing certain things, but
So, I mean,
um,
he shot 6 for 15 and 2 for 7 from three, and he
oh,
got
there you go.
and he got like 2 turnovers in 37 minutes, and like
Oh,
only two
there
assists,
you go.
only
Yeah,
two
there you go.
assists the
That,
entire
that,
game.
that's what happens, you know. Uh, the NBA is all about shooting 3 pointers, and if you can't shoot 3 pointers, you're pretty much dead. You're dead in the water. Um,
Imagine Chris Paul
Rudy
having
Gobert's
imagine
got
Steven
20
Adams.
points and 10 rebounds.
Yeah,
Jesus. Wow. Okay. Wow. I'm honestly like I'm dumbfounded right now.
who got
Wow.
20 and 10?
Rudy Gobert. Oh
Oh,
man, he's
right now.
killing Jokic. Yeah, I was just looking. He is killing Jokic. Oh my god. Wow. It just got me because I'm looking it up. Yeah, Nuggets are gonna lose today. They're
God
done.
damn, this dude Eric Gordon trash yesterday. Shit, 0
Well,
for 10 for three, 15 points,
you know
six
how
for
it is,
20.
bruh. You know how it is, bruh. If
God
they gotta jack
damn,
up
you
them threes.
made that 1 3 that whole game. Oh my god.
You know what they got? You gotta jack up them threes. You know they gotta jack up them threes.
Damn, they gotta drop. He gotta drop 0 3 shit. A 3 point champion making 0 3s. Oh my god.
Man, this is crazy.
And
This is
and
crazy.
the fact that they won by what you call it, the fact that he won by 13 and he made 0 3s out of 10 attempted. That's tough. That's
That's
that's tough.
tough, but that's good for their team. You know, Tucker made all his threes. James Harden did not make enough threes at all. He was actually a -1 for the game. Um, Eric Gordon was actually a +23, even though he missed every single
He
three.
missed 10. He missed every single three he took. Yes. What?
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
You can't. You
That's
can't be,
actually
bro. Plus, that's why plus and minus is stupid.
yeah. Look, plus minus is just basically what the 33 minutes on your court. Did your team score more and defend better than when you're off the court? And that's why like when Gallinari was on the court and Gilgis Alexander was on the court, they had good plus minuses and everybody else didn't. Chris Paul -36, Steve Adams -26. Just wasn't good. So, you know, that's how basketball goes anyways. In this series, the Rockets just look like they're doing whatever they want. They're able to shoot 53s per game. I think they shot like 56 yesterday, which is a record.
They shot
Yeah,
56 and made like 19 of them. So
19. So, that's enough for them. They played pretty good defense, limiting the Thunder to 44% shooting and 34% on threes. Have to see here. They got 8 steals to the 2, so not a lot of turnovers. 13-7. Rockets run the turnover battle with Harden and all of them. That's just a clinical way of winning basketball games. Keeping the turnovers low and turning over the other team, making enough threes. Your team is shooting well. I think we know. I think in this series there could really be a sweep, unless Chris Paul can turn it on. With
I mean,
if
I
Chris
think that I
Paul,
think they're gonna get swept if OKC doesn't turn it up.
yeah. Look, I'm with you. I don't really know, how they're gonna really win a game if they can't make enough three. They can't make enough shots, right? Like they got to make more than um. Well, how many threes they make? You gotta make more. You gotta shoot better than
They made
34%
only
from
11. They
three.
made only 11 threes the entire game.
Yeah. Look, if you're gonna shoot 32 threes, you gotta make about 15 of those threes to make it worth your while. Um, because if you look at the score, the end score was like I think about 13-point win. If they make like 3 or 4 more threes, the game's closer. They gotta make more threes. Houston shoots 56 threes. That's why they need to only make about 19, 20 of them. If you're gonna shoot 32 threes, you've gotta make more. Gotta make about 14, 15 for it to really help you. But also you gotta keep the Houston Rockets off the free throw line, which is hard. They actually shot more free throws. Harden only shot 9 free throws, which is actually like 2 or 3 below his normal average. So it works out for them. I think this series is over. Um, it's been 2 games, and the Thunder have no answer for their team. The Rockets are able to get open 3 pointers. They run their offense, and it's working. So I don't think we got to talk much more about that.
No, so with that, we gonna talk about the Miami Heat versus Indiana Pacers.
Yes, and let's look at their last game, which Miami's up 201, 109, 100. This game was very weird. Bam
Bam
Adebayo,
Adebayo, 7 points,
yes, seven
very
points,
under,
six assists,
very
six
under his
rebounds.
seasonal average.
Yeah, was not great. Actually, Duncan Robinson was pretty good yesterday. 24 points, made 7 3 pointers. All his shots
Actually,
are over from three.
all of his shots were threes.
Yeah. Gordon Dragic was pretty good, 9 of 18, which is 50%, 2 of 4 from three, for 20 points. Jim
So
Butler was
he basically had a good game. He basically had
yeah, Jim Butler had 18 points, 2 steals, 6 assists, 7 rebounds. An average Jim Butler game. Not a guy who scores the ball a bunch. But Bam had a bad game, 3 of 7. But he did have 2 steals, 4 blocks. I'm sorry, 2 steals, a block, four
yeah, one
assists.
block.
Yeah, 1 block. So he was okay, but not up to that All-Star level. Um, I don't need him to shoot more. A lot of people are complaining he should shoot the basketball more. I don't think he should.
No, no, I don't think he should either. I don't think he
You
needs
know,
to.
that's not his game. He's a guy who really can assist, rebound, and hey, if he has a mismatch, he'll take it. And plus, none of you care about him like 3 years ago or like this October. So all y'all
No,
trying to cap
no,
up now for him is sad.
no.
Um, TJ Warren, another bad game, 14 points.
Yeah,
Okay, Jim Butler shutting you
he's
down.
slowing down. He's slowing down now.
Yeah, I mean, look, he was good at the beginning, and now he's got the worst guy for him, Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler's like, I'm gonna shut you down. So he didn't do well. Victor Oladipo had his best game of this series, clearly. Where he
Yeah,
had 22
22 points,
points, so he did
and
pretty
then
good.
four assists and like 2 steals.
Yeah, I mean he did pretty good. He did have 6 turnovers, so that's a little bit unfortunate. The Pacers starters were all minuses. So that's what happens when you don't play good defense and you can't score. You get a bad plus minus. Justin Holiday was actually I think the only guy who played any kind of serious minutes with
Yeah,
who had the plus
he was the
seven.
only guy that played 30 minutes that had like the best plus minus on his team on the bench
Yeah.
on the team actually on the
Yeah,
whole
from
team
what I'm
actually.
seeing here is pretty much I know they played Jakar Sampson and Doug McDermott, but it's really about a 6 team lineup. It's really a 6 man lineup, really, if you think about it, because only 6 guys played serious minutes. Um, There's not much to talk about this. Miles Turner had 5 blocks, so that was good for him. Um, Not enough rebounding. I like to get more rebounding
I
than
would like for him to get like what 12 rebounds, 13, something like that.
yeah. You're the only
Instead of
big
8.
man. Yeah, you're the only big man on the team, so you should have more rebounds. But maybe he may get
No,
pulled out.
he's literally the only center on his whole team. Literally.
Yeah, but also he may get pulled out when defending certain players because that's how the game is today. A lot of guys can space the floor out, so he may have an issue with that. And I think this series it's a closer series than you think because Miami's not a good offensive team. Indiana's not a good offensive team either. So I think this is going to be I think Indiana's going to win the next game. I think they're going to win the next game. I don't know how far I have to go back, but anyways, the next series we're going to talk about is Boston and Philadelphia. Um, Boston is going to they're going to end this series tonight. I think Boston wins 3-0. It's over. It's over. Okay. Philadelphia has no help. Like Joel Embiid goes for 34 and 12 and gets blown out. Like when he came out last game, he was mad.
Oh yeah, he was destroyed. He was destroyed, man. Shit.
Like he's scoring all these points and they're just getting slapped. Slapped, slapped, slapped. Like it's not good. It's not good for him. Tobias Harris is actually failing this series. He has not scored over 20 points in any of these games at all. Okay. So that's not good for them. He's getting no help from Al Horford or Shake Milton or anybody. It just looks like they're completely outmatched. And sometimes there's nothing you can do when you're outmatched and the team is better than you. They've got Kemba and Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum and Marcus Smart. Like,
I mean, when you got a guy who's let's see, when you got a guy who drops 33, 22, and 20, what can you do against that?
yeah, there's nothing you can really, do. They were able to make their shots, and Brett Brown said it best. The He said that the 76ers felt just like they were outmatched and they felt defeated because Tatum is making all these shots, step back, side step threes. Kemba's abusing Joel Embiid. Like Joel Embiid is getting abused in in this series on the defensive end because when you do pick and rolls, he drops and it allows Kemba Walker and Jason Tatum to just do rhythm jump shots. And Charles was saying this on the TNT Inside NBA show, asking Kenny like, why are teams scoring so many points? And Kenny's
Be-
like,
be-
because they're dropping it big. So you're gonna say something because you're going to.
but well, because 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 nobody's trying to not defend, nobody's trying not defend anybody. They're not trying to put a hand up or not, or they're basically not trying to defend nobody. They're not even trying to make it as competitive as possible.
For me, I've always thought the issue was like they just drop the big every time. Like the big continues to drop, and so he never recovers. And you just let you just let um Kemba Walker walk up into a three, or you let what's his face? You let freaking Jason Tatum have all this space to pull up, and you have the defender behind the pick. So there's a lot of reasons why um, certain players are just dominating and other players are not. And I'm sorry, why defense is so bad in this bubble is because the way they're playing certain players is allowing some of these players to just do what they want to do, and and dominate. Um, Another thing in this series that we have to look about is: do we think in this series that Joel Embiid is going to get any help? And I
No,
don't know he's going
no,
to get. Yeah, you're. I don't think so. There's just no way. Um, Tobias Harris is failing, man. 415. He can't do 415.
no,
He just can't.
no threes made. No.
He only shot two, so it wasn't aggressive from outside the arc. Josh Richardson was the second best player yesterday. That game with 6-12 shooting. He's got to be a little bit more aggressive. Matthias Thybulle is unfortunate for him. He's really bad because he can't score. So I don't know why they started him. What they should
Listen,
do
they
is
they
put
wasted 25
Alec
minutes on
Burks.
him for no reason.
Yeah, he was a minus 30. Like, he wasn't very good. What I would do is, why not play more Alec Burks? Alec Burks you need more scoring. I know you want to stop somebody, but you need more scoring. If you have enough scoring, then it's going to allow you to set your defense a lot better. They can't score, so they get ran on and all that. They need more scoring. And so I think they should play more Alec Burks rather than playing 16 minutes. You know, you should play him like the Matthias Thybulle minutes, 25 minutes, and limit those minutes more than anything, because Matthias Thybulle may be a great defender, but dude, you can't be somebody who can't score, man. You gotta score, and you can't have a guy play 25 minutes, and average and score 2
Which is
points.
why I was talking about Lonzo earlier, that this dude plays all these minutes but doesn't want to score the damn ball.
Yeah, he doesn't want to. He can't shoot. He doesn't want to go inside and go for go and attack the rim because he can't shoot free throws. Even his biggest guy, Skip, don't talk to him no more. That just tells you Lonzo's failing. Failing, man. I feel bad, but that man's failing. He's failing like a motherfucker, dude. He's failing like a motherfucker. Um,
He needs to fail so that way he can succeed.
yeah. I hope he does. Yeah, there's not much to talk about this series. Philadelphia has no answer for Jason Tatum, and
No,
he'll continue. And Kemba Walker, they have nobody to defend both of them. They only have one guy who can defend them, not two. And they're just gonna keep running pick and
they
roll.
don't have nobody to answer Jaylen Brown either.
Yeah, they got nothing. Al Horford was bad. Shake Milton not was okay. Um, Joel Embiid's gonna get swept, and it's not gonna be his fault because there's only. I mean, he would literally have to shoot like 40 times. Maybe that's what he has to do. I don't know. This series is over. This is probably the worst of the series, just because of how outmatched the other team is. And so let's move on to the Denver Utah game. Might as well go for that now. There are at halftime. Utah's up 59-42. If we look at it right now, pretty much the Nuggets are getting worked. Jokic has got 10 points. Murray's got 10 points. Both are shooting. Not Murray shooting 4 of 12, not shooting great. Um, if you look at it now, on the Jazz, it's the Conley and uh, Rudy Gobert show. Rudy Gobert's got 20 points, 11 rebounds, and Conley's got 14 points and 3 assists. Um, this looks like to be another bowl out by the Utah Jazz. Um, and the good thing for the Jazz is that Donovan Mitchell may not be playing well, but Rudy Gobert has stepped up and Mike Conley stepped up. And Jordan Clarkson, who has 9 points, 2 steals, and 2 assists and 2 rebounds. So he's also stepping up, even though he's only shooting 3 of 10. I think, look, Denver has a very slim thing that all they can do, which is Jokic and Murray have to go big to really help them, you know, keep in this game.
Uh, yeah, I'm looking at all these, and I'm just like Denver is not looking too good for them. They only got two starters in double figures, and where's Oh yeah, Michael Porter. Uh, I'm not gonna say too much on Michael Porter Jr. because he only played 14 minutes, so I'm not gonna say too much on him. But from Jokic and Curry, from Jokic and Murray, they both got 4 shots. They both made the same amount, but Murray's taking more. So I'm not gonna really downplay them too much that they're out of it. But right now, the way they're playing, it looks like Utah could take it 2-1.
Yeah, I think Utah's probably going to win this game because of just um, how overmatched I think those teams are. They're looking right now. The Nuggets can't buy a bucket. They're 7 of 20 from the 3 point line, which is a lot of shots from 3 point line, and you're not making them. So that's going to hurt you. 41% from the field, obviously, because half your shots are from the 3 point line. You're not making most of them. They have only 2 free throws. The Jazz have 9 free throw shots, and they're shooting a lot better from the field. So, and Gobert's got 11 field goal attempts, so that means he's really aggressive today, which usually doesn't happen. And so, these things happen. This game's over. The first game was really competitive, and that's been the only game that's
Oh
been
yeah,
competitive
yeah.
ever since.
That first game was competitive as hell.
Yeah. Where Jamal Murray showed out and everybody's like, oh, look at Jamal Murray close the deal. Well, Jamal Murray is not closing the deal right now. He can't even get close to closing the deal because he's getting killed. So we will see about how this game finishes off. But I think this series is a lot closer than people think. It just happens to be Utah's really putting it to them. If Utah does this again one more time, then the series is over. But right now, I'm not going to go crazy. I think the Nuggets are going to
Yeah,
come out and play a lot better.
yeah,
They did.
that's what I was saying. I was like, I'm not going to get on them too much because it's halftime, so anything can happen. They could turn up out of nowhere. But like I said, if what I'm looking at it stays the same, then Utah's taking it 2-1.
Yeah, yes, they are. Okay, I think the next series is the
The Portland
Clippers.
and
Okay, Portland Lakers. Okay,
yeah.
okay, go Portland Lakers here. Yesterday was pretty much a wash. There's there's not much to talk. Well, I guess there's a lot. Somewhat to talk about. If this thing would actually pop up for the games for me, was this the
Carmelo
20th?
Anthony, he got
Anyway,
like he got one and
yeah,
six from the field. No one, only 1 3 made, no 1 3 attempted, 3 turnovers, 2 points, and 1 assist. A very terrible game.
not a good game at all. Um, Pretty bad for him in his own respects. That
He plays
the
that he
entire team
plays
did
that
not shoot well.
no, no, they didn't at all.
Yeah, the entire team did not play very well. Clearly, Dame. I thought Dame was a little bit too passive for my liking. Uh, really, CJ wasn't great. They let Anthony Davis get off really quickly. He was getting putback dunks and rebounds, and so he was able to kind of work his way to being the dominant player that he is.
With a
Really,
32 plus 32.
yeah, 32 plus minus. Because they really dominated early in the game. Um, I think Blair was. I just think it wasn't good. It just was not good at all. LeBron only scored 10 points. Look, I know that they won the game big time, but I'm telling you right now, in Game 3, the Portland Trailblazers are going to come right back, and they are not going to let Anthony Davis get as many rebounds as he did, offensive rebounds or rebounding. They're going to play a lot better. I really do think so. And hey, look, the Lakers got three points made out of Anthony Davis, four out of Caldwell Pope, and three out of J.R. Smith. Everybody else only made one or none. They did make 14 out of them, But is Caldwell Pope going to shoot that many 3 points again? Let's see. Will Anthony Davis get some of the 3-point attempts he got? Let's see. Will J.R. Smith make 3 out of 9? We will see. He's a streaky shooter. So if I'm Portland, let's just watch this game. We rest our guys early, so they're going to be more fresh for Game 3. And let's come out and win that game. And I want Dame to be a lot more aggressive. He's going to deal with that kind of trap they did where they brought Kuzma kind of to the top of the key. They'll play a lot better for that. And but I'm surprised LeBron was not as aggressive yesterday. Really didn't try. Only had 6-7 assists.
I want to say this about LeBron's performance. I mean, yeah, he didn't wasn't aggressive, but people on Twitter talking about like, oh, LeBron didn't. LeBron wasn't got carried by AD this game. Like, no, I'm like, okay, yeah, because he didn't score like 20 something points and do his usual like 10 assists and like 8 rebounds, huh? That's why. I don't like that. I don't like how I don't like how people on Twitter were over there downgrading LeBron's performance, talking about he got carried by AD. When LeBron had this historic triple double performance, y'all ain't saying nothing about AD. But now that AD got his double double in a very efficient fashion, now y'all want to start talking crazy. It doesn't make sense to me at all.
Yeah, look, AD got carried in Game 1. Like, we all know that. Like, he wasn't very good in Game 1 at all. Even though he scored 20 points, those 20 points were misleading because he didn't shoot very well. He just got to free throw line a lot. In this game, he shot a lot better. Huh?
Exactly. He only got those from the free throw line. He was getting fouled all day.
Yeah. Again, I think if Dame is able to play in Game 3, which he said he will, expect better play out of him, out of McCollum, out of Anthony, and expect Anthony to be on LeBron more than anything. More than they were putting like Derrick Jones Jr. I just don't think Anthony Davis is going to do what he did again, especially to Nurkic and Whiteside. I think those guys are going to take it personal to make sure Anthony Davis has a hard time of getting inside as possible. And please, if they're going to play AD at the 5, you got to put in somebody else against Kuzma, because every time you put Nurkic on Kuzma, Kuzma's just driving by him saying, you're too slow and too big. I'm going to kill you. So this series is going to be interesting. Game 3 is going to be the turning point of the series, and I can't wait for it. And so,
shit, you already know I was talking my shit when they was winning.
Yeah, look, it happens. Sometimes get blown out. You move on.
And now for the last one of today, we got the Dallas Mavericks and the LA Clippers. The Dallas Mavericks basically dominated the Clippers. The Clippers just couldn't get it going. Towards the end, the Clippers just couldn't get it going.
Look, they couldn't get it going early though.
Even though they did shoot 34 threes and make 10 of them, and they did had a 29% to Dallas's 44%, which they shot well, and Dallas also shot well from the field with 50%, and Clippers shot 44%, and once again, Paul George had a very inefficient night, 4 for 17, 2 for 10 from 3, for only 14 points, and what he needs to start doing is not take as many threes, but look for more inside, look for more of a shoot more twos in the lane, not try to force threes down people's throats. Like if you're missing that many threes, you should know like, okay, time for me to not shoot threes no more because they're not working. But he continues to shoot them, and look what happens.
Yeah. I mean, you shoot 10 threes. If you've been missing, why would you keep shooting them? Find a way to try to get to the free throw line or get easier 2-point shots. But that's the NBA of today. no joke. That's always how
Yeah,
it's been.
that is the NBA of today. All they do is just shoot fucking threes all day, and even though they 0 for 10, they will still try and shoot another one. Like, oh my god, can you just stop with the fucking threes and just do something else? They're not working.
I know.
Like, they're not working, dude. Just go ahead and just try something else. And then Kawhi had to carry as hard as he tried his hardest with 35 points. Wasn't enough because why? He had no help from nobody else.
They
And
had no help.
and they the bench was just cooking them. The bench was just straight cooking them all game long. You got Trey Burke putting Montrezl Harrell on some skates, and then you got Seth Curry over here doing whatever he wanted to do.
Look, man, like I told you guys that night, you got Seth Curry and Trey Burke saying, "Let's take turns on Marcus Morris, bro." That's what they were doing. Marcus Morris was getting taken to school by them small dudes, bro. Okay,
He
like
he
every
had
time.
he they basically said, "Can I have this dance?" And he gladly obliged and just got danced all over on.
Yeah, man. Yeah, he did. And so those are games. Some of those games are going to happen. Like, there's nothing you can really do when the other team's bench is able to score like that. Like Dallas is the best offensive rating team in the history of the NBA. Like they're a very good team scoring the ball, like they usually are, because they make a lot of threes, and Luka is so good at being able to, get his guys open shots. Like you and me have talked about how good he is getting to the lane against the two best perimeter defenders in the NBA. He just
Yeah,
is able
it's
to
too
get
easy for him. It's too easy.
yeah, he's able to get to the lane and throw out shots to make it easier for him. So it just happens. So it's interesting, anyways, how
And now game three is gonna like set the tone. Is Dallas gonna do the same thing they did last game, or is the Clippers gonna tighten up and and not make the same mistakes they did last game? Because it's
yeah
clearly that They're just getting dominated by their bench, and they just could not stop nobody.
yeah the bench got hot, and there's just sometimes as when something gets hot like that, there's nothing you can do. Let them get hot. You let Seth Curry make threes. You let Trey Burke make threes. You let their team do a lot of things to feel good about themselves. And so it's hard. It's hard to recover that back. Your second best player is not playing well. Your first best player was playing well, but not quick enough. The game got away from them quickly. Lou Williams was okay, but not great. Um, Montrezl Harrell is still, I think, recovering from just not playing basketball. They benched Zubac. I think they should have played Zubac more, especially once they found out that he wasn't doing anything. You should have played him more.
Yeah, he only played like 18 minutes the entire game.
Yeah. So personally, for me, I would have done that rather than whatever else. Oh wow,
Yeah.
wow, done. Okay, yeah, it's just hard. But that series, I think that's the most competitive series of them all. Because Dallas have been up 2-0 most likely, but things
Yeah, they
happen.
should have been up 2-0, but no, they
Yeah,
got they got saved.
yeah, they did. So that's all the series for us today. Um, we got some big games on the weekend,
Yeah.
obviously, and I hope you guys have enjoyed this kind of
So
basketball centric podcast today.
this was gonna be for like the next couple of weeks, honestly.
Yeah, I mean,
I
there's
mean,
nothing else.
I mean, we're not gonna force down. We're not gonna do is force the topics that we're not really knowledgeable of. That's what we're not gonna do. So
Yeah, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna talk about what we want to talk about, and what's fun to talk
That's it.
about.
That's it. That's what it is. And with that being said, if you like to subscribe, if you like to subscribe, go ahead and click that red button. If you click, make sure you click the notification bell to know when we were live next. And this has been an episode of the APA Podcast, episode 71. Make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe. It is I, the most phenomenal man that has shocked the system, aka the coach.
And it's your boy going forward. Hope you guys enjoy the podcast and have a good weekend. See you guys later, man.
And we out this thing. Ah!